All right, there's one more story. That is blowing my mind. I don't know how I missed this, but a friend of mine's pulled my code to it. And damn, and this is dated September 26th. I'm so late on this story, man. But I'm pretty much sure a lot of y'all had heard about it. This is something we need to spread the word on. How many of y'all heard about this story? Any of y'all? More than 1,000 kids reported missing in Cleveland. Children are disappearing from northern Ohio in record numbers, with more than 1,000 minors reported missing so far this year. More than 45 children have gone missing in the Cleveland, Akron area this month alone. What? More than 45 children have gone missing in Cleveland and the Akron area this month alone. And in August, there were more than 35 missing minors, according to the Ohio Attorney General's Missing Children website. The disappearances are creating a disturbance trend in northern Ohio, which began in May when nearly 30 children went missing in just the first 2 weeks. "30 children in 2 weeks, bro." 30 children in 2 weeks. Officials at the time called it an extraordinary surge in disappearances. Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost repeated on Monday that the number of missing children is alarming, though he claimed the figure may be inflated due to inconsistencies in updated reports, which the Cleveland police have admitted to in the past. "Yes, of course, we are worried about that," he told News 5. Now what we know is when we look behind the numbers, some of those represent repeated runaways, and local police have talked about that. He added that the data for runaway cases, abductions, or sex trafficking is not always entered correctly, as the state deals with a police staffing shortage. Nigga, what the hell that got to do with anything, bro? That's still a lot of people missing. Ayana Graham, 17, vanished from North Canton. Chloe Hadley disappeared earlier this month. Honesty Howell, 16, was one of more than 45 juveniles who have disappeared in September. Now, I don't know. I'm trying to. Gideon Hefner went missing September from American Township. Cameron, 17, was last seen in Akron. And Elijah, 16, disappeared on September 20th. Tiana Tompkins, 17, was last seen in Cincinnati. Maurice Henrik, 14, is missing. What the fuck, yo? This is crazy, bro. Like, my wheels are spinning. Like, now either they got a team of people that's probably trafficking kids, or they got some type of serial killer. I'm willing to bet that probably 80% of those kids that's been abducted got led somewhere by social media. Somebody on social media. Because how do you get this many people all in the same age range go missing? Like 30 people in a week is a lot of kids. Wait, how many? What's the numbers on this shit? Because when I'm looking at these kids, and these all look like kids that's old enough and active on social media. A 1,000 kids, man. A 1,000 in 1 year, bro. $45 children in a month in the Cleveland, Akron area. Just Cleveland, Akron area alone this month. 45 children. That, yo, bro, that is more than a kid being kidnapped a month, a day. That is a kid being taken away a day. More than one a day. 45 kids is 30 days in a month. 31. And you got 45 kids in one area gone. That's something that I probably would like to work with investigators with, to find that the person that's doing that, or people that's doing that. Because I guarantee you the first place they need to start with is social media. Go check all those kids and see which app they all have in common. That would be my first line of business. If I was investigating this thing, I would go and see which app all those kids was using, and then narrow those apps down and to see how many of them had the same friends, and then narrow that down to them having all the same friends, or the person that was following all of them or communicating with most of them. That should have narrowed it down to a certain amount of people. And then I would start from right there. "45 kids in Cleveland and Akron in 31 days. You know how many parents is grieving right now in Ohio? And they mayor talking about they got, or who is it? The mayor or the police commission talking about they got a shortage of cops. Y'all got to watch our kids on these social media joints. I seen a joint on Instagram on one of them where this dude was posing as a young dude, and then he would go and tell the parents, like, "Yo, I'm talking to your daughter on social media. She think I'm a young dude. I would like for you to be in on this, and I'm gonna lure her to a place to see if she come." And the mother was like, "My daughter would never do that. She would never do that." He was like, "All right, well, let's see. Are you with it?" She was like, "Yeah." He got the mother to come over to a house or something that he had, and he put the girl's mother in the closet, right? And he started hitting the girl, like, "Yo, come see me, boom, 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 boom." And she never met this man before. Before it was just somebody, it was just somebody that she was following on social media or whatever. And she actually went to go meet this motherfucker, and went and she walked in the house, and she like, "Oh, is so and so here?" They like, "Yeah, they upstairs. Go upstairs." And she don't know these people. She just going through the house, walking upstairs, going through the stairs, and she go to the room, and her mother come out, and she like, "What you doing here?" And she like, "What the hell you doing here? You don't know these people?" And she explains to her and shit. And the mother was so devastated. She was so devastated that her daughter showed up when she knew better. Like, she knew she raised her daughter better than to go show up to some stranger's house that she met on social media. And when her daughter went in there, her mother was flipping. And the girl's like, yo, like, why you tripping? Like, it ain't nothing. And she don't even understand the severity of what she just did. And the thing that made me think about that is this story with all these thousands of kids, because she's one of those thousand. And she was about the same age, about 17, 15, 16, 17, as these kids that's been abducted. Yeah, I see a few of y'all seen it in the chat. If you have children, somebody said she was 14. If you have children and you just saw that story that I just showed, especially if your ass is in Ohio or anywhere near, sit your kid down, show them that, go over it with them. I'm sure it's video on there, but I ain't want to play it. I'll probably put something together and put it on my the Content King channel. But that's very alarming. If you ain't got kids, then you may not understand. If you ain't got grandkids, you may not understand. But a lot of children these days are engulfed in social media. A lot of them. Like, if you don't tell your kid to put the phone down, they'll be on that shit all day. And they sitting there meeting people that they don't know who's who and what's what, and they don't have your wisdom. They don't have your knowledge, even though they may be smart and know how to work that phone. But when it comes to these sickos out here in this world, they don't have that experience. And that phone is giving them access to all kind of people. You see these crazy motherfuckers calling my phone right now? And they grown folks. I would not be expecting nobody to be watching me to be childish, to be calling me crank calling. So if me as a grown-ass man at 50 got grown-ass idiots calling my phone, crank calling and stuff, imagine what they would do to your children. You got grandchildren, sit them down. You got children that got children, call them and let them know, yo, you heard about this in Ohio, right? When we send them kids off to the store by themselves, yeah, I know they big enough to go to the store, whatever, with some shit going on. Now, either some aliens out here that abducted children, or we got some sick pedophile or sex trafficking people out here targeting children. And it ain't just white, black. They look all races. They look like they in it's about an age range. It ain't about a color thing. And they looking like from 14 to 17. Please notify your family members.